Let me show you how to build the Sebring circuit using 4-lane Carrera digital track. Coming up next. Hello everybody, my name is Trevor Slescu and I'm the owner of Monster Hobbies in High River, Alberta, Canada. Well, tonight marks race number 1 of our 1965 Classic Race Car Series. Now originally we were going to do this a little later in the year, but Carrera did not have the LMS cars because we were actually going to race Australia. But we'll have to do that at a different time. But for now, we've got the Sebring track right on the table back here. As you can see, it's pretty huge. And I got good news. Finally, things came together for our slot car guys because their cars came in on Monday. And I was here to get some stuff. And Canada Post came in with a nice package from Carrera. So I'm just going to show you the cars really quick. There's 2 that I don't have. But of course, we're going to be racing the 1965 AC Cobra, which I have. There's the 64 Corvette, which I don't have here, and the Porsche 904, which I also don't have here. However, Mark got his Mustang here, and that'll go to him tonight. Everybody prepaid, so that helped. So that's in the league, as well as the Porsche 365 P2 in red. This one is Howard's. And then we have another one from Mark. This is the same car in green. So this should be a pretty nice race league. And now, let's, without further ado, go down and see how I built the Sebring racetrack. But first the time-lapse video. And here we go! And here we are once again at the lovely Sebring track, and you can hear the birds chirping in the air. Okay, maybe not, it's just me. Alright, so we have our 12-foot by 12-foot table, and how we get this is we take the 4x8s and we go 1, 2, 3 along there, and then we have one go long ways in the back, and we put our 4x4 tables over there. So in earlier videos of me building this track, I actually came to realize that I made it a bit confusing. So we're going to start at a different starting point here that is not so confusing. We're starting right here, and this is our 90-degree curve. Now this is one of the track plans from the 1960s Road and Track magazine. So everything on here is using R1 and R2 radiuses. So that makes it a lot easier for setup and means you need to buy a lot less of the radius tracks. So we're starting here at this corner, because you can put a 90-degree curve right into that corner, so you know where you're starting from. So here I'm using a left-hand switch and a double cross switch, and there's a straight here. But disregard that part for a minute. This would be a 90-degree curve using a 1-60 and a 1-30 and 1, 2, 3 2-30s, and then we have 1, 2 straights and a 1/4 and a 1/4 straight. I put this here so it would give a little room over there when we put the guardrail in, so because without it your tracks are touching each other. And then we have another straight and another straight, and then another straight here, and then we have our power track that you get with when you buy your 2 extra wireless controllers and your tower, position tower. And then here I've got our start finish gate, which comes in all the sets, and they also give you 1 wireless controller docking port and 2 controllers. And then we have our pit lane extension track piece, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 straights. Then here we have our hairpin curve set, and we have to put a 1/4 extension piece here because this actually is 1/4 in this section. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-30s and another 1/4 piece. And then here we got 1, 2, 3, 4 straights, and then 2 right-hand switches, and then a 2-30 and a 1-30, 2 straights, a 1-60 and 1, 2 2-30s, and 2 more straights. And then here we have 120 degrees, so that is 2 1-60s and 4 2-30s. And then we go the other way and we have a 1-30 and a 2-30, and then another 90-degree curve right over there. So that is 1 1-60 and a 1-30 and 3 2-30s, and then a reverse 90-degree curve there. So same thing, 1 1-60 and 1 1-30 and 3 2-30s. And then right there I have a single straight, a crossing, and a single straight. The crossing you can get in the expansion set number 3. Then, okay, keeping that in mind, we're just going to back up a bit here. Come over to this side of the table. We have 150-degree turn, so that's 2 1-60s and a 1-30. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-30s. And then we've got 2 left-hand switches right there. And then we're curving back into the table for a brief minute with a 1-30 and a 2-30. And then we've got 120 degrees going off the table with a 1-60 and 2 2-30s. Did I say 120? Okay, anyway. Then we have 1/3 and 1/3, 2 straight sections, and a 1/4 and a 1/4. And then we've got another a 60-degree curve going this way, back in toward the table. And that's a 1-60 and 2 2-30s. And then here's the 1/4 sections, just to expand that out over there. And 2 forced crosses. So those also come in expansion set number 3. And then we have a 90-degree curve here with a 1-30 and a 1-60, and 1, 2, 3 2-30s. And then we have 2 chicanes, also in your expansion set number 3s. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straights. And now we're getting back to these curves. A 7th straight, and then a double crossing, and a left-hand curve switch. And there we are back into that start-finish gate. And now I guess I'll have to go check my phone messages and see who just called. Well, we hope you enjoyed that track build, and look for the description down below. And also don't forget to subscribe to us when the icon comes up, and check out that notification bell somewhere down there. If you click on it, every time that I upload a video, you will get a notification saying that Monster Hobbies has uploaded a new video. And that's always good because you can follow along with our track builds, our race nights, and other fun things that we do at Monster Hobbies. And if you'd like to see us race this course, then click on the American flag up there and it'll come up. And if you want to see us build 2 other tracks, click here and here. And if you'd like to subscribe to us, of course, subscriptions are always good. Click here and you can tell your friends all about us. And we will see you on the next track build.